Vampires, the timeless creatures of the night, have fascinated us for centuries. From ancient legends to the 19th century literary works and early cinema, their presence endures. In today's video, we will discuss 10 best modern vampire movies of 21st century. Coming in at number 10 is Stakeland. This movie, directed by Jim Mickle and released in 2010, offers a stark contrast to the romanticized vampire tales like Twilight. It's set in a post-apocalyptic world overrun by vampires. The story revolves around a veteran vampire hunter who takes a young apprentice under his wing, teaching him the tricks of survival while dealing with the constant threat of vampire attacks. The film's gritty and intense atmosphere, coupled with non-stop action, makes it a compelling response to the portrayal of vampires as love interests in the post-Twilight era. Blood-sucking bastards.
God, this company sucks.
Coming in at number 9 is Blood-sucking Bastards. This horror comedy, directed by Brian James O'Connell and released in 2015, stars Fran Kranz and Pedro Pascal. The story is set in a dull sales office where employees are gradually turning into vampires, making them more productive but with a deadly twist. The film cleverly combines the monotony of office life with the chaos of a vampire takeover, resulting in a satirical and hilarious take on corporate culture, similar to the humor found in Mike Judge's works.
Wait, where?
In my
Blood-sucking Bastards brings undead corporate warfare to life, with everyday office supplies becoming unlikely weapons in this workplace horror comedy. Underworld: Awakening. At number 9, we find Underworld: Awakening, directed by Mans Marland and Bjornstein, released in 2015. This film explores a world where humans have learned about vampires and lichens and have declared war against these supernatural creatures. Selene, a vampire warrior, steps up to defend her kind. The plot unfolds as Selene, along with her hybrid daughter, wakes up 12 years later and joins forces with David, another vampire. She discovers her history as a subject of scientist Dr. Jacob Lane and the near extinction of both vampires and lichens. Now, Selene and David must protect a 12-year-old girl from the treacherous lichens who threaten their survival. A girl walks home alone at night. At number 7, we have A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night, released in 2014 and directed by Anna Lily Amerper. This unique black and white Iranian vampire film is set in a desolate town called Bat City, where a lonesome vampire roams the streets. She's not your typical bloodsucker. She skateboards, listens to music, and seeks justice against the town's wrongdoers. Amid this stark and mysterious atmosphere, she forms an unlikely connection with a young man, and their encounter leads to a story of love. Loneliness, and the supernatural, all against the backdrop of an eerie, stylized world. Blade Trinity.
To help you.
Whistler's daughter. What the hell makes you think you know about hunting vampires?
Just for starters, I used to be one.
At number 6, we have Blade Trinity, directed by David S. Goyer, released in 2004. In this installment of the Blade series, the vampire hunter Blade, portrayed by Wesley Snipes, finds himself in a dire situation, surrounded by enemies from both the Vampire Nation and now, humans. To combat this menacing threat, he forms an alliance with a group of vampire hunters known as the Night Stalkers. The Vampire Nation resurrects the formidable king of vampires, Dracula, with a plan to harness his ancient blood to gain the ability to walk in daylight. On the opposing side, Blade and his team work to develop a virus that could potentially wipe out the vampire race entirely. In the end, these two powerful forces will collide in an epic showdown as the ultimate vampire, who's never known defeat, faces off against the greatest vampire slayer, determining the fate of both species. 30 Days of Night. Number 5 on our list is 30 Days of Night, directed by David Slade and released in 2007. This vampire film unfolds in the remote Alaskan town of Barrow. Every year, they face a month-long polar night, which seems routine until strange events start occurring. The town's sheriff, Eben Allison, soon uncovers the horrifying truth. The town is under attack by a clan of bloodthirsty vampires. As the townspeople are hunted and killed, the survivors must go into hiding. Isolated and unable to seek help from the outside world, it's a fight for survival in this dark and chilling 30-day ordeal as they battle to make it through the month and live to see the light of day. Thirst. At number 4, we have Thirst, directed by Park Chan-wook and released in 2009. This South Korean film takes a unique approach to the vampire genre. It explores the insatiable thirst for blood that characters adopt as they turn into creatures of the night. But it doesn't stop there. The film also delves into their enduring human desires, especially through the character of Sang-hyun, a priest turned vampire. What sets Thirst apart is that it doesn't follow the typical romantic or suave vampire stereotype. Sang-hyun's character dresses plainly, offering a fresh and thought-provoking perspective on the vampire archetype as it delves into themes of sin and forbidden love. Renfield.
I deserve happiness, and I take full charge of my...
At number 3, we have Renfield, directed by Michael Dowse and released in 2023. This horror comedy film introduces Nicholas Hoult as Renfield, Dracula's loyal manservant. In this fresh take on the classic story, Renfield decides to break free from his centuries-long servitude and search for a new life. To start anew, he joins a support group for people in codependent relationships. Renfield is a wild and zany adventure that gives Nicolas Cage the perfect platform for his signature, over-the-top acting, while it received mixed reviews. The film offers a unique blend of blood-soaked absurdity and comedy, making it an entertaining watch for those who enjoy eccentric storytelling. Shadow of the Vampire.
From Lionsgate Films and producer Nicolas Cage comes the haunting tale of the uncompromising.
At number 2, we have Shadow of the Vampire, directed by Elias Merhige and released in 2000. This black comedy takes a fascinating twist on the making of the classic 1922 film Nosferatu. It presents a fictionalized account of the film's production, featuring John Malkovich as director Frederick Wilhelm Murnau. However, the story takes a dark and comedic turn when Murnau realizes that the actor portraying the vampire, Max Schreck, played by Willem Dafoe, may be taking his role a bit too seriously to the point of possibly being a real vampire.
Academy Award nominees John Malkovich
I will finish my picture!
and Willem Dafoe.
This is hardly your picture any longer.
Shadow of the Vampire earned acclaim for its unique blend of dark humor, eccentricity, and eerie atmosphere, defying easy categorization and offering a fresh perspective on classic cinema lore. I Am Legend. At number 1, we have I Am Legend, directed by Francis Lawrence and released in 2007. In this post-apocalyptic sci-fi thriller, a deadly virus has decimated humanity, leaving nightmarish creatures in its wake. Dr. Robert Neville, portrayed by Will Smith, appears to be the last surviving human in New York City. His mission is to find a cure for the virus, scouring the city for supplies during the day and barricading himself at night to fend off the infected. As the isolation and constant danger erode his sanity, Neville's quest for a cure becomes a desperate battle for survival.
That's it, guys. If you like this video, kindly give it a thumbs up and make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.